Hi, I'm Jay Lucas, and I'd like to have a positive conversation about inspiration and aspiration. Two words that sound very similar, and two words that are incredibly important to achieving success. They have very different meanings, though. Inspiration is all about that mental stimulation, that energy that you feel when you want to go achieve something. You get stimulated internally, and you say, hey, I'm inspired. Aspiration, on the other hand, is about your goal. It's about I aspire to achieve something in particular. What's interesting is that they're both vitally important to success and that they also work together. Let me explain that by sharing an experience I suspect perhaps you have also had. Have you ever seen somebody who really has no particular goal in mind? Have you looked at their body language and seen them lying on the couch or kind of lifeless actually? Then all of a sudden, we set a goal for them, or they set their own goal. They have an aspiration, they have something they want to achieve. The body language changes, there's a new spring to their step, and all of a sudden, there's something to strive for, something to live for, something to go achieve. And it works the other way around as well. So take a person who is also kind of lying on that couch, and for whatever reason, they develop a feeling internally of inspiration, and they begin looking at the world very differently. Instead of seeing no opportunity, they see opportunities all over the place. They choose one or several of those opportunities to set as their goal, and that becomes their aspiration. So inspiration and aspiration really do work together. Let me take a couple examples that will make this come alive for you. So back in the early 1960s, President Kennedy set a goal of sending a rocket ship into space, landing on the moon and returning to Earth safely. That was an aspiration, that was a goal. In so doing, he inspired a whole generation of young people and engineers to go accomplish that mission. And as you know, by 1969, that mission was successfully accomplished. So that's an example of setting an aspiration. There are also examples of inspiration. Inspiration would be what Dr. Martin Luther King did. He inspired a generation of African Americans to go achieve. And in so doing, they set their own individual goals, and they achieved those goals. Colin Powell rose to become Secretary of State of the United States. Dr. Ben Carson, another example, became one of the leading neurosurgeons in the entire world. And saving the most shining example for last, President Barack Obama. So stepping back, inspiration and aspiration, two very basic but fundamental values that propel us forward, that work together to help us achieve success. I'm Jay Lucas, and I thank you very much for sharing this positive conversation about inspiration and aspiration.